guys, I have to be honest, I am ready to be over this. I am ready to be beyond this in my career. The fact that I got targeted by SNL as a nobody. So today I'm moving beyond my dirty laundry with SNL as Nat, a real class act, a stand-up comedian. You can't copy perfection, darling. So just keep going. We have to succeed. This is my morning motivation. Sometimes we fake it. We get one step closer each and every day. Figure it out on the way. Raise your hand if you related most to the little brother in that show. As a woman. Imagine that. My sister was the ultimate Lizzie, with best friends that showed it. Anyways, I realized in 2023 that SNL was catering the show to Bowen Yang's ego. The funniest material was when Heidi broke character. I don't do that. I don't break a character. Haha, she just was smile. Come back, guys. Come back. We miss you. We need you. You guys can read that. I have work to do. What if Yang didn't know I needed SNL just to feel alive? Oh, what a dumb way to sit and watch an Asian man career die. It's really hard to be called someone who you are not by SNL as someone who wanted to obtain a career on SNL through the internet in a unique way, but I guess it makes sense. I kept calling out Bowen on my personal social media accounts for his shortcomings and screw-ups. If you saw the news yesterday, it's quite obvious that he does indeed make a lot. You could say that I did it to myself, but that would imply we live in a world so corrupt that stations need to know when they aren't funny and just being abusive. Calling a woman living in North Carolina by name, Mark Robinson's search history is abusive enough. But when you add my queer and nonconformist trans identity, it's Yang's depth of audacity to take ownership of not only my identity, but sexuality and a layer of transmisia, misogyny at my transness as a woman, natural born, and it's pure misogyny, pure abusive platform targeted at one individual already oppressed in this society. But again, it does not matter because I can grow my chia pet all damn day, but I can't shatter the ceramics and start anew. So, yeah, actually, Bowen, it really fucking sucked when you took in an identity that I've lived for my entire life as a queer individual who loves women kind of like a man. Because if you think about my life, and if you knew anything about it, you'd know that when you disempowered me in my identity, I went back to someone who hurt me and who did not value me in the light. And where did I end up but where you're going to end up? My humanity is not a character up for a man's authority to determine what my depths of personality and heart mean in relation to his ego. Look, these are the same people, part of the same thread that we share in this planet. They both represent me in my personality at heart because I honor their light. These humans live equally in my heart and soul because they exist or existed under the same light. Can we please be nice to humans again and not literally commit terroristic hate crimes on a nobody? Like, is that too much to ask for? Is that too much to ask for? You guys understand, right? The reason I have to speak up is I've worked my entire life as a woman living in North Carolina who has loved every past woman with the heart of a man that has not been respected because we hold women to different pedigrees and we also have a lot of internalized homophobia in our society. Bowen Yang is a glorified misogynistic pig.
I say do better in the future.
You think, okay, I'm not even gonna read this. Just know I am angry because I am not Mark Robinson's search history and I am worthy of a career on that stage just as much as anybody else in this entire world. But I've been scapegoated. So here's where it gets risky. Because here's the thing. Protect trans lives, right? That doesn't include me, right? Because I'm just Mark Robinson's search history. Why is that? Let's see.
I mean, do you really have to?
Oh, yes, sir. Master said, don't
to go on the telly and define once and for all what a woman is, sir.
I thought he already did that. That's what that's supposed to say. I thought he already defined it. Mark Robinson's search history.
Nah.
Oh, that's what a woman is these days. Sorry, guys. Duh.
To celebrate the success of Wicked for Good, Universal Pictures is releasing this special deleted footage from the movie that started it all.
Nat is so bad. Nat had psychosis last week, and Nat hosted an Iguana Nation party for Kamala Harris on her former X account that has now been shadow banned.
What would Bowen abuse the platform of SNL to call natural-born men who believe that they were born women? If I'm transgender as a natural-born woman, nonconformist, what would Bowen Yang abuse the platform of SNL to call natural-born men? What would be the equivalent to that, Bowen? Now, remember, Bowen believes that this creator of this song, lived in my head on your graduation day. I'm sobbing in my bed. Part of me thought waiting she'd be dead. And so go in the basement shows. Feels so weird, get close. So, yeah, according to Bowen, the creator of that is just Mark Robinson's search history, therefore does not value women's bodies. And these following Ken sockets, you'll soon understand, are vulnerable. Note to self, okay. Sorry, I have to be pretty quiet for the next few slides, hope you understand.
First time my parents told the world that I was a boy, which is incorrect.
I bet you didn't know that Kurt Cobain was probably trans. Here's why. First off, Kurt wore a lot of women's clothing. And when asked about this, they replied that they wore dresses all the time because they felt comfortable and free. And just look at Kurt in these pictures. They look so happy.
Asshole who rapes a woman, violates her, and then he goes into jail and gets raped. You know? Yeah. I think it's kind of a justice.
I appear to live rent-free in the minds of some of my Republican colleagues. I wish that they would spend even a fraction of the time that they spend thinking about me, thinking about how to lower the costs for American families.
In case you can't read it, how does the six-figure cost of transgender affirmative care affect the economy? What if I don't want to pay $1,500 for a studio apartment because of your rape on womanhood tampon list, Tim? If a man with a penis can become a congresswoman and profit on national terrorism by telling me how vulnerable he is to cosplay womanhood and how deserving children are to self-mutilate from an early age, there's two options. I am certain that the world is too misogynistic for Crockett. I can empower Jasmine Crockett to be the best that she can be because she is a brilliant woman deserving of a great and glorious career. So here we go. This is the vulnerable. I am not vulnerable.
Day 37 of being a girl, it's Easter, and Jesus is not the only thing that has risen this morning. And
I'm just Mark Robinson's search history.
Doesn't look like other women's crotches sometimes, because mine doesn't look like a little Barbie pocket.
Woohoo!
I thought the letters stood for small, medium, and large, based on the size of your Barbie pouch.
Barbie pouch. Ken socket, Ken socket, Ken socket, Ken socket.
but New
Can
York
you
City
sock
girls
it?
are dramatic. New York girls dance in the rain. New York girls don't wear bras.
Yeah, I'm so a New York City girl. Oh my god, guys. SNL, it's me. It's the one you've been asking for. It's Mark Robinson's search history, the New York City girl.
If you run into me on the street, say hi. I'll have a tampon for you.
I actually won't have a tampon for you if I see you in the streets, because most of the time when I get my period, you think I'm carrying around tampons all the goddamn time? I don't have purses. I don't have a purse. What do you want me to do? Just pull it out of my fucking pocket? No.
From a diner. And now that I'm a girl, I feel this pressure to go out and buy a new outfit for like every single occasion. Woohoo! Women that don't support me or that say I want them to know that I will always be there. Some women were offended, but.
These are the vulnerable. I'm not vulnerable. I'm
You're
the
on
worst.
and off the field, so they can picture me walking down the aisle to be their trophy bride or trophy wife. I would totally be good at that, don't you think?
But I'm the piece of property. But I don't get it, because I'm the piece of property for a man to own and rape on a stage. So how can you be a trophy anything if your existence is dependent on what? The rape of mine.
Dylan just be a feminine man, and why can't some women be masculine women? I'm the first one to believe anything. I'm the first one to join a cult. Like, if somebody's jumping off a cliff, I'm going with them. I'm the first one to join a cult. I have been surrounded in a bubble of love, and in a moment it just shattered. Evil, girlhood becomes that ill, that I'm a predator. It actually might help you do your job better just to see how unwell I am in these videos. It's day 2 when there's more of us behind it.
Only certain people are allowed in, but who's allowing? That's the real question.
Maybe if you were born with a Barbie pocket, you'd get it.
Has had its ups and its downs, and here's what I've learned so far. 6, 7, 8. Women are awesome, but can also be cruel. I'm doing my best, and boys, they kind of drool. My hormones are wild, and my boobs kind of sore. It's only day 200, we have so much more to experience together. I don't feel so alone, no more shame.
Have bulges, and that's okay. We're not gonna stare at their crotches while they're wearing their little shopping shorts at the mall.
I didn't say anything. I just shared videos that exist on the internet in nothing but the pure audacity of some people in this world to exist however they would like to exist without limitations. But for me to exist in my body and want peace from rape and ownership, for me to want that makes me what, Bowen Yang? Makes me what? Tell me right fucking now, Bowen.
You're so 11, but never ever pulled a 7, just some 9. Hurry, right? Oh, we should drink 6. Wait, I mean chicks. It's kind of offensive, don't you think? I don't know, just shut up, drink.
I also feel like it's a bit cowardly, though, to then just quit.
It's like the perfect looking person. That's good.
That's your compliments. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Mom.
I don't think a miserable and abusive man would treat strangers with much respect, or somebody that wants to empower this nation. I don't think that they'd spend a day working at McDonald's. I don't think that someone with the political audacity to want to create a better country for us all to exist at liberty and at peace while also being an economically stable country, I don't think that's a crime, and I don't think it should ever be a crime. What I think is a crime is I think discrimination is a crime. When you take someone's birth out of context for what it is. When you choose to discredit diversity in this world based upon someone's appearance. So that's it. I can't stop speaking, and I genuinely hate this so much. It's like when I got called Mark Robinson's search history by the stage of SNL, it erased so much of my history and my identity that exists because of misogynistic pigs just like Bowen fucking Yang. Get that through your heads. You can be a gay man and a misogynist. You can think that you were born a woman and be prejudiced and be moving through prejudices of what it means to be born a woman. Because you weren't born with a Barbie pocket. So guess what? I'm letting out my dirty laundry. I have lots of it. You know, guess what? I used to be a kid on the floor at my dad's watching Lolita and ranking the Lolita films with him as he called me a bitch. As he said, you really remind me of Lolita, you're just a bitch. And that suddenly never existed. It was like I was never a kid in the 7th grade wearing fishnets and red lipstick and making a music video to this song as my mom applauded me and said that it was great work as I proceeded to post it to perverts on YouTube who would pay me to post videos of myself breaking pencils for them.
What's a funny thing to say? When you're out and misbehave.
So when men themselves want to become that, want to be the woman who lived through that and project it as their reality, it's nothing more than a perversion because they never lived through the adversities that would make someone behave in that way. What they did was they consumed a lot of porn around the objectification of women's bodies to the extent they dehumanized women so much that they said, I was boring you. And I lived this reality for my entire life rather than empowering their former childhood self to overcome the adversities that made them feel weird or different. I am now weird or different in my natural occurring birth because of perverted men like Bowen Yang that abuse the platform of NBC SNL to call a nobody a queer woman who wanted to get on SNL to protect the communities that serve her and to empower herself in her body through this cult of transgender ideology that's built on the rape and objectification of women through scientific psychosis and the destruction of our American democracy and government through acts of terrorism, fascism, tyranny, rape on womanhood. God fucking forbid, God forbid, I want freedom from rape. That's all. Solidarity forever. Are you guys gonna stand in solidarity with me? Are you? Bowen, are you gonna stop being such a racist fucking asshole? You tell me. You have a job to do.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.